What's up, guys? This is Bhanu Prakash, the Programaholic, and today we are going to discuss something about operators. So, what are operators actually? Let us directly get into that. I don't want to waste time, really. So, okay. So, let me take two variables. Let me say A and B, and we don't put variables just like that. We want to do something with them, right? So, let me say I'm gonna add them. I'm sorry. So when I want to add, plus will be the operator, and if I want to subtract, minus will be the operator, and if I want to multiply, then in I mean into will be the operator, and if I want to divide it, as you know, by will be the operator. So these are all the operators are nothing but the things which come in between the operands. So these variables are called operands. Yeah, operands. So let me tell you the different kinds of the operators we use in programming, pretty much every programming language. Yeah. So the basic mathematical operators are like, as you know, plus, minus, into, which is described by a star mark or a star symbol, and a percentile. I call it a percentile. I don't know what people call it actually. This symbol, what this symbol does is, if I wanna calculate, if I put 3 percentile 2, what it does, the answer of this thing will be remainder of 3 by 2. I mean 3 by 2. Yeah. So now coming to the assignment operators. mm, Assignment operators are the operators that we use to assign values to the variables. So generally we have an equal to sign which will assign value to variable, and additionally we have the mathematical operators attached to these plus sign. So we have plus equal to, and minus equal to, and what do we have, star equal to, by equal to, and like percentile. Yeah, percentile equal to. And I'll tell you what those things do in the programming session. And next we have conditional operators. Conditional operators are the operators which are used to check the condition, like to check whether the two variables or the two values are equal or greater than or less than or greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal. These are all the conditional operators. So normally if you have to check whether the two values are equal, we don't put only one equal to, but put double equal. So one of them is that, and if you want to check whether it is greater than, you just put greater than symbol, and if you want to check if it is lesser than, we just put this thing, and if you want to check greater than or equal to, we have, and beside it we put an equal mark, and the same way we put this one. And coming to the not equal to, we have an exclamation mark in the beginning and followed by equal to. So this is what we have so far in pretty much every programming language. So let us deal with them in the programming. So let us start the program. So we have our package examples, right? If you remember, coming to the class, I want to put it like um, operators, right? So operators, and the class will begin here and end here, and inside we have our main method, public static void main string and args, and the main method will start here and end here, and in this thing we put our program. So we know how to like initialize variables. So we just put, I want to put just for example simple integers. So I just want to put a and b and c. So so far we know the general mathematical operators like c equals a plus b, such things, a minus, into, and divided by, percentile, all those things comes. So I want to so most of people are not familiar with this percentile thing, so I just want to show you how that works. So if we want to do something like 12 percentile 5, we get the answer which is the uh, remainder of 12 by 5. So just to be sure, I want to put like a system.out.print 12 percentile 5 gives C. And to join these two things we have a plus, don't forget that. So first let me save this thing, I didn't save it. So where are my these things? So I have tutorials, Java here. So as I told you, the file name or the name of the source code or the source file should be the same name as the class in which the main method is. So we have operators, and since this is a Java program, we put .java. Alright, so now if we go to compile this, we have a package to this. Every program with a package, we have to put it, we have to compile using -d space dot space the source file name, which is operators.java. So if it gives nothing, that means there are no errors and the class file has generated in the examples folder. Example folder is nothing but the package which we have done here. So when we if we want to execute that, we have to put java space examples dot operators, and we have our answer which says 12 percentile 5 is 2. So the reminder, if you uh, divide 12 and 5, the remainder will be 2. So this is how the percentile operator works. And coming to the other operators, which is let me tell you, like, so I want to put, okay, let me do this thing. I want to put C as 3, and A I want it to be 2, and B I want it to be some 4. So coming to the assignment operator, we have let me say A plus equals B. So what this thing does is, I can put a comment line over here that A plus equal to is nothing but A equal to A plus B. This is how it works. I'll explain you for that about it. I'll explain you about it in a moment. And before that, I just want to show. I just want to write some message so that you will know the changes that are occurring in the value of A. So system.out.print, and if you put ln here, the message will come into the next line or the new line, which will be pretty good. So I want to put the value of A, right? So I mean, I don't know, I just wanted to put that back. And we have nothing, simple A. And now I want to put like system.out.print ln, which gives new line. Now the value of A at the end is Now let's check what's happening over here. So let me just remove this thing. I'll let you know about the comment lines. I didn't touch that topic yet. So when you're trying to check things, I mean check the changes you made in your program. First of all, always remember to compile it before running the class file. So when I compile this, I've got an error. I mean, okay, I have to put ln over here. I'm sorry for that. Save and then compile. No errors. Very good. Now I want to execute the class file. See, the value of a in the beginning is 2. The value of a at the end is 6. What happens here is the compiler takes the variable a equals a plus b. Let me show you in the comment, like a equal to a plus b. What happens over here, the compiler looks for a. If there is any value, predefined value that given to a and goes to 2, so assigns 2 over here, and coming to b, it goes to b, which is 4, so 2 plus 4, which is 6, and that is what value given over here. So a plus equal to is nothing but a equal to a plus b. If you want to change the value of a to up to a 10, you can do it. What happens here is it just gives 12. So what happens here is the compiler adds 10 to the value 2, which is nothing but 12, right? Yeah, that's it. The value of a at the end is 12. So that is how this works. And if I put a minus, that means a equal to a minus 1. If I put, okay, I want to put like b equal to b minus 2, suppose 2, and let me see what happens over here. So all the values are changed now, and I'm going to save it and compile this thing now. And now we have the answer, which is 2. What happens over here? B equal to b minus 2. So what happens? B equal to 4 minus 2, which is 2. So this is how the compound operator. These type of operators are called compound operators. This is how they work, and there is an increment and decrement operator which I have not discussed. I'm sorry about it. Increment operator always increase the value by 1. So if you want b plus plus, which is nothing but b plus 1, in a simple language, b plus plus is nothing but b plus 1. uh, Let me show you about it. So the value of b has increased plus 1. This is how we do it. If you want to put like c equal to 3, okay, I don't want to change all those values. If b is 1, what's happening over here? I want to put c like plus plus, which is nothing but plus 1. So the answer will be plus 1, which is 2. Let us check for that. So the value of b at the end is 2. This is how it works. And the other operator in the same way is the decrement operator, which will decrease the value by 1. So I'm going to compile it and again execute it, and the value of b at the end is 0, which means the value of b is decreased by 1. So plus plus and minus minus is nothing but plus 1 and minus 1 respectively. And the next thing I have shown you is the conditional operators. Like I will just use a simple condition checking statement to work with these conditional operators. I just want to give a brief description about the if statement. So the if statement will check for the condition and proceed according to your program, how you write it. And the syntax is generally like, if you write if and give brackets over there, which are called normally parentheses, and in this parenthesis you give the condition, whatever the condition may be, and in this block you will write the program which is to be executed if this condition returns true or if this condition satisfies. So this is how the execution works. So whenever the condition given in this bracket or in this parenthesis is satisfied, the code in this block is executed, and if it is not satisfied, it will completely skip this block as if it is never existed and continue with the next line. So let me put that into the program so that you will understand it so a little bit clearly. So if I want to put if a is greater than b, and in this block I want to write a is greater, and in the opposite way I can put a if a is less than b, I can write something like system.out.print a is lesser than b. Semicolon is necessary after each and every statement, and it is also important to maintain the indentation of the program. Indentation is nothing but the, this thing and this thing remain in the same line so that this the class starts here and the class ends here, and we can understand that very clearly, and the main method starts here and ends here, we can understand that. And if block starts here and ends here, some people may also put it like this, and that is not wrong, that is also that is also mostly used by many people, but I normally prefer putting like this. But I just started this tutorial like this, and I just want to continue that. So let me see if how that works. Let me compile this thing, and I'm now executing the class file. So a is greater than b. What's happening here? So the moment when the compiler sees a is greater than b, it will go to these things and check whether a is greater than b. So a is 2 and b is 1, and this condition is satisfied. So it will execute everything which is in this block and continues with the next line. So in the next line we have a is less than b. A is not less than b over here, so it will completely skip this block. So a is less than b, a is lesser than b is never given over here. I mean, everything written in this block is not executed. If you want to check the equality of numbers, you don't put just only single equals, but you want to put double. So if a is equal to 2, we have, I want to write a is equal to 2. Alright. Now let's see how that works. Now I'm see, a is equal to 2, this is what we got here, and this thing is completely skipped. And if I want to put here, which is a false condition, like a is not equal to 2. Now let me see what happens. I want to put all those, this thing and this thing as it is, because this is just for testing purposes. Executing. So we have nothing over here, a very blank space. If that means neither this thing is executed nor this thing is executed. So this is how the operators work. You can just check the description. I have given a very brief explanation about different operators which we use in every programming language. So that's all for today, guys. Have a nice one. Subscribe, like, and comment. And thank you for watching. Bye.